It looks like there is a rumor in DC that Mitch McConnell is possibly brain dead and that he is on life support. A couple of days after he was put into the hospital, Elaine Chao, his wife, went to China to meet with the vice president of China. So this is not just like a normal thing. And she doesn't hold any government position for her to go and discuss American policies with China. She doesn't hold anything. So why is she going to China to discuss policies? And that's what they said. China release their press release was that they were discussing American Chinese policies. But since Elaine Chao does not work for Donald Trump or in the government in any way, shape, or form, what exactly is she there? Who benefits out of Mitch McConnell being, in life support? So this was initially reported by Desiree Townsend, and she stated that just 48 hours after Elaine Chao, McConnell's wife, returned to D.C., that all these statements came out. If he is indeed conscious, he needs to resign. And so this is, she's saying that if anyone has an extensive bedside experience, knows an 84-year-old frail patient who sustained an out-of-hospital cardiac arrest requiring full resuscitation, the idea that he is actively participating in daily Senate business is highly unlikely. The brutal trauma of chest compression combined with high risk of acute neurological insult makes a return to a high-functioning baseline virtually impossible. But yesterday we got reporting from Scott Jennings that he spoke with Mitch McConnell yesterday morning, and the senior senator from Kentucky. He's still recovering in the hospital, and he said that he actually talked to him for about, less than 20 minutes about Iran, Ukraine, and the situation in Maine, and all that. But, what is actually going on? At this point, we're going to need proof of life. So this is what he said.
We talked for about 17 minutes. He talked a lot about the situation with Iran, talked a little bit about Ukraine and what's going on in Europe. I told him I'd been to the Teddy Roosevelt Library. We talked a little bit about the history of the vice presidency and how Roosevelt had transformed that in the modern presidency, a little history of the Senate. It was a wide-ranging conversation. I talked to him often. I hadn't talked to him since he'd been in. I'd gotten a few text messages from him, but I hadn't spoken to him. So it was good to hear his voice. Voice sounded strong and sounded like he was keeping up with the news to me.
Did you ask?
So, and now Desiree is reporting that possibly Hakeem Jeffries' car is outside of McConnell's home. It could be Hakeem Jeffries or Lance Gooden's. And at this point, we just don't know whose it could be, right? So we don't know exactly if he is, what exactly is going on. No one has really said anything other than Scott Jennings saying that he spoke with him. So what do you think? Is this man alive? What is he doing? I think Congress needs to set some new rules that that tells us, if you are going on a long-term, if you're out on a long-term medical leave, then you need to be replaced temporarily by someone else. That the governor has a right to replace you until you are able to come back into the office and be able to participate as a high functioning member of the Congress. So, what do you think? Should something be done? We just don't know what's going on. And, yesterday, Desiree Townsend reported that the U.S. Secret Service arrived at the hospital. We just don't know what's going on. We don't. Everything is up in there. So tell me, what do you think? Make sure you put it down in the comment and let me know.